Here.
I don't believe
I
he.
saw him online and he did unmute briefly. So.
Pardon?
Here.
He is online.
Here.
Okay. Trustee Brady?
Here.
Trustee Guzzo?
Here.
Trustee Little? Here. Trustee Nero is absent
He's
tonight.
absent.
Attorney Zemanek?
Here.
Village Manager May?
Here.
Finance Director Parker?
Here.
Would everybody please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Evening and welcome everyone to our regular meeting. At this point, go into open forum, and I'll ask Manager May if there's any requests for open forum.
No, sir, there are not.
And there's nobody here for open forum, so I will close open forum and move on to reports. And I'm going to start out with Chief Riley. I'm going to ask him to come up and give us a COVID-19 update. A lot has been going on.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Board. So I'm going to take a little longer tonight. I got a few numbers, and then I got a little, what I call is sad news. But currently, today, over 9.5 million cases in the U.S., which is a 51% increase in the last 14 days, along with 234,223 deaths in the U.S., which is a 21% increase in the last 14 days. In Illinois, 447,491 cases, which is an 80% increase in the last 14 days, which is very alarming. 10,030 deaths in Illinois, 14% increase in the last 14. However, we do have a 97% recovery rate. In DuPage County, 25,530 cases as of today in DuPage, 621 deaths. Westmont alone is a positivity rate of 7.5 in our 60559 zip code. However, in DuPage County, we're at 12.5% positivity rate. Shows an increase across the board, as we all know. So I was on a DuPage County Health Department call yesterday, and pretty alarming numbers along with some information, but obviously all the metrics are changing in the wrong direction. They're requesting us to limit meetings and group activities to essential functions. Starting to see increase in hospitalizations. However, it's a 1 to 2 week delay in reporting, which has doubled in 2 weeks. Daily census is showing 4 times higher than October 2nd, which is a significant concern. ICU beds are filled up 3 times more than they were before. Deaths are 7-day rolling average increasing, but a 14-day lag in reporting on top of the lagging indicator. As I reported at the last board meeting 2 weeks ago, the age is 20 to 39, and 40 to 59 years of age of where we're seeing most of these cases. Cases are rising in the younger population, leading to an increase in older populations. All age groups increasing, including 80 plus, which is a great concern. All children age groups are increasing, concerned with 100 plus pediatric COVID deaths nationally. All school metrics are at level warnings. DuPage was at 8.5% as of 10/24. Now they're at 12.5%. As we know, New York used to be the leader in this, and New York is doing the right things. They're down to 1 to 2%. Anticipates the state going up, which I think the manager will talk about, but anticipates the state going possibly back to Tier 2 tomorrow, which would go from 25 persons down to a 10-person gathering, with sports being limited to 10. The death average range is still at 79 years of age. Hospitalization average age was 61, which is now 69. Cases average was 43, dropping to 41 years of age recently. Again, we need to avoid direct contact whenever possible. Universal masking, 6 feet, limiting contact. Again, isolation is still for 10 days for those that test positive. Critical infrastructure workers, if possible, made to maintain the 14-day quarantine. Wheaton is shifting to an indoor testing facility now due to the colder weather that's anticipated for next week. So they've been doing an average of 700 a day. They've usually been open till 1 in the afternoon. They are now closed by 8:15 in the morning. I literally just got an email this afternoon from Chris Hoff from the DuPage County Health Department asking me if Westmont police or fire, would be willing to be a test site for the next 5 days at either location. Now, there's a lot of parameters to that location. I haven't even talked to Manager May about that, but I'm not sure where we could do that at police or fire, or if we would even want to take on that consideration. Lastly, the DuPage County Health Department is not recommending rapid antigen testing for asymptomatic due to the reliability of results. I was telling Clerk Simsky earlier that, the rapid 15-minute tests, the average is only about 80 to 85% accurate. They really request you to have a PCR test, which is taken anywhere from 24 to 72 hours to get back. 40 to 45 cases, 45% of cases are probably asymptomatic. Therefore, masks are very important. Again, Mayor, we need to continue to social distance. We need to do the right thing. I can't express it enough right now. I can tell you that my staff is taxed to the max right now, as we are seeing many, many cases in Westmont. Since I reported last meeting, we had 88 new cases in the last 2 weeks in the village of Westmont. So we need to continue to do better, continue to social distance, and continue to wash your hands. So I'll take any questions I may from the board, if you have any.
Chief, do you have any statistics on how many of those 88 were from long-term care facilities and how many were just residents at large?
Just off the top of my head, Mayor, I know that 8 of them were residents from homes. I don't have the number of how many were truly out of a nursing home, but if I had to guess, I'd probably say 60%.
Okay.
But I know for sure we took 7 out of residential homes in our district. Any other questions?
No.
Thank you,
Thank
Mayor.
you. I have a couple other items. The 100th Anniversary Committee, the historical booklet is finished, and pre-order sales are available now online. The village is celebrating our 99th anniversary at the November 19th Village Board meeting. In a year from now, in 2021, will be our 100th anniversary. Again, we're still holding hybrid virtual village meetings. Public's always welcome to attend unless we get additional restrictions from the state. Or you can submit online comments for public open forum anytime. I'll turn to Clerk Simsky for some information.
Candidate packets are still available at the clerk's office. The positions up for election in April 2021 are the mayor, the clerk, 3 village trustees, and 3 library trustees. Candidates can go out and get their petitions signed at this time. Village offices will be closed for Veterans Day, November 11th, and for the Thanksgiving holiday on November 26th and 27th. That's all I have tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. Now I'll give a quick update for Trustee Nero on the Public Works Committee Chair. The next scheduled meeting is December 17th at 4:30. The new Public Works building, there'll be a ribbon cutting on Tuesday, November 10th. It'll be a very limited amount of individuals that will be there for that. Alley C project, installing new previous bricks this week. Depending on the weather, Alley should open this week or early next week. Trustee Little.
Thank you, Mayor. The next Administration Finance Committee meeting will be held November 19th at 4:30 in this room. The Halloween costume contest and home decorating contest held by Westmont Special Events were a huge success. We had over 20 home decorating participants and almost 50 costume contest entries. We received, for the first time ever, 6,500 votes and a lot of positive feedback. When I delivered a lot of the winners their packets with ribbons and medals and everything, the families were ecstatic to have been a part of all this. They were really very appreciative of, us going out and doing this. So they were very, very happy. So the winners are now announced on our social media, so go to westmontevents.com and take a look to see if your people have won, because they did a great job and the kids were wonderful. We do have some Thanksgiving contests that we're considering. We're talking right now, we had a meeting this afternoon about a lot of virtual events, whether they're, all-inclusive for families or just children. We'll let you know in the very near future, maybe even tomorrow. And after that, the Holidays Drive-Through Breakfast by the Lions Club. You can order your tickets now for the holiday breakfast on November 22nd. That's Sunday. Details on the village website or Lions Club website. I ordered my tickets today, so I'll be driving through and picking up my breakfast. Thank you. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Well, thank you. Trustee Johanna Guzzo.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I want to start with the police department. The prescription take back. That event collected more than 230 pounds of unwanted prescription drugs. So I want to say thank you to the police department, and I do believe there was also a location pickup at Mariano's. That is great news. Prior to this meeting, we had our Public Safety Committee meeting. The first thing I want to start with are going to be service awards. For the police department, I want to congratulate Sergeant Lenny Gabrielski with 30 years of service, Maggie Buer with 35 years of service. Congratulations to both of them. And then for the fire department, I want to congratulate Lieutenant Joe Newton with 20 years of service, Captain John Barnacle with 20 years of service, Battalion Chief Joe Kalzinski with 25 years of service. So I want to congratulate them and thank them for all their service to the village. We also, in addition, had 3 promotions. Firefighter paramedic Daryl Parrish was promoted to lieutenant. Firefighter paramedic Burton Chait was promoted to lieutenant. And Captain Eric Velaskovich was promoted to battalion chief. I want to say congratulations and thank you to all of them. And Mayor, thank you for holding the fort down for that. I do appreciate that. In addition to all the service awards and promotions, we discussed for the fire department staffing updates, SCBA grant update, fire alarm monitoring fees, buildings with sprinkler systems, promotional testing, and the South Westmont Fire Protection District. And then for the police department, we discussed license plate recognition project, police staffing, and an election day recap. Our next Public Safety Committee meeting is going to be February of 2021. And again, I want to congratulate everyone and say thank you. We appreciate all your service to the village of Westmont. Thank you, Mayor. That's all I have.
Well, thank you. Turn to Trustee Barker.
Thank you, Mayor. Couple of things. There'll be no Westmont First meeting in November. And the Environmental Improvement Committee, who met this past Monday evening, has a few things going on for the holidays. This weekend, we have a pumpkin composting event in the parking lot of the library from 9 to noon, so you can drive up and the committee will remove your pumpkins and keep them out of the landfill, so that'll go to compost. And then there is a county household hazardous waste collection for different PPEs, and that's at DuPage County Fairgrounds on November 14th from 8 to 3. Those things like masks and gloves and things are not to go in your trash cans. They're to be disposed of properly, so that's on the 14th at the county fairgrounds. We will be holding the Holiday Lights Recycling, and that starts on November 9th at the 2 locations, the South Firehouse and the library, and that is all the way through January 31st for your used holiday lights. And then also we're able to do the cooking oil recycling event, and that starts on November 28th, or that is on November 28th from 9 to noon. And there's a note here that at that event they do not accept bacon, grease, or solid animal fat, so it's your cooking vegetable oils and things like that. That is all, Mayor. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Trustee Barry.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As you know, I wasn't at the EDC meeting, so I really don't have a report, but if you or Larry would want to highlight something that I may have missed this afternoon, that would be great. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Manager, I don't think we really had anything that,
There was no new activity, it was just
reviewed all
Through our
the,
weekly business, right?
yeah. So really didn't miss a whole lot, just updates, trustee. And our newest trustee.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Brady.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Regarding the downtown Westmont businesses, on an economic development note, it's great to see we have 3 new businesses to discuss at our meeting agenda. One is the Taste of Class, which is non-alcoholic wine and chocolate shop at 21 West Quincy. This is the former home of Expression Dance Studio, which relocated to 25 South Cass. Rosati's Tailor Shop will be at 8.5 North Cass. This is recent location from Clement Enterprises that relocated to 41 North Cass. And also we have Moscoville Cafe, 13 North Cass, which is well known in the past as Amber Cafe. 2 of these properties are available due to the existing businesses that relocated elsewhere in downtown Westmont because they needed more space. The third business is rebranding a business that's staying in downtown Westmont. Looking forward to the discussion of these 3 businesses and the B1 permit tonight. These 3 are not finalized, but they are in progress working with the staff. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Well, thank you. Moving on, items to be removed from the consent agenda. Does anybody see anything? If not, I'd ask Manager May to please read.
This evening on the consent agenda, first, we have village board minutes. Board to consider approving the minutes of the village board meeting held October 22nd, 2020. It's followed by ordinance, finance ordinance number 13 in the amount of $2,911. All right. The finance ordinance number 13 is $2,911,302.46. First purchase order is N. Harris Computer Corporation for $24,692.53. This is the, it's the maintenance for the MSI, which is the old ERP system, until we completely transition over to the new one. The next purchase order is Onyx Networking Corp., $46,740. That's an annual renewal for the Google Workplace and device management. The third purchase order, Tailor Technologies, is $70,126.59. This Tailor is actually the new ERP system. And that brings the 3 purchase orders together is $141,559.12. Total of the purchase orders with finance ordinance number 13 is $3,052,861.58. Last on the consent agenda is a proclamation for Dementia Friendly Awareness Day. Board to consider a proclamation designated November 5th, 2020 as Dementia Friendly Awareness Day in the Village of Westmont. That is the consent agenda, sir.
Do I have a motion to approve as read?
Motion to approve, Little?
Second, Barker.
Motion been made and second on the question. Seeing none, I'd ask for a roll call, please.
Trustee Little,
Yes.
Trustee Brady,
Yes.
Trustee Barker,
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo,
Yes.
Trustee Barry.
Yes.
Motion passes. We'll move on to new business. A, the B1 permit, a Taste of Class, 21 West Quincy Street. Board to consider ordinance approving a B1 development permit for a Taste of Class, a non-alcoholic wine and chocolate shop to be located at 21 West Quincy Street. Community Development Director Sylvester.
Hi, I'm just going to very briefly introduce Darcy, who's with Taste of Class. We're very excited to learn about her business that she's proposing to move into the vacant space at 21 West Quincy. And Darcy, if you just want to hit the arrows, you can scroll through and make a
Wonderful.
presentation.
Okay.
Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me and allowing me to present my business to you all. Again, my name is Darcy, and I am the owner of A Taste of Class, non-alcoholic wines and fine chocolates. Let me tell you a little bit of A Taste of Class. A Taste of Class is a non-alcoholic retail wine shop that consists of 3 parts. When you walk in the shop, it's going to be the fine chocolate shop. Now, in the fine chocolate shop, we're gonna sell fine chocolate truffles and gift baskets and stuff of that sort. And I just brought some things so you guys can get a visual of everything. So, everybody knows of Lindt chocolates, right? Okay, I'll be selling Lindt chocolates. Comes in 20+ flavors. They'll be setting up in containers, and it's called pick and mix. So you can pick up whatever chocolates you want, whatever flavor you want, and just pack it in your boxes, or if you want it prepackaged, it comes in prepackaged. And that's just the front of the chocolate shop. Also, we do gift baskets as well. We can make it if you want to present something to your employees or thank you or whatever you want to do. We're here to make that happen for you. We can do birthdays and all of that sort. So the first part of the business is the chocolate shop. You walk in, you can pick whatever you would like, and that's the front of the store. Then you'll walk into the second part of the store, which is the non-alcoholic wine shop. The non-alcoholic wine shop, if you can, there, okay. This would be the non-alcoholic wine shop. You can walk in, and everything is retail. So, non-alcoholic wine, this is one of the products we'll be selling. There is no alcohol in our wines. 0.0 or 0.05, not even 1%. So the FDA would deem it non-alcoholic. And so it's not juice, it is wine. And we have all type of flavors. We have Riesling, we have the Pinot Gris, Sauvignon, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Zinfandel, and all the fine wines that you like. Red wine, sweet wine, and Merlot, Moscato, all the different types of wines you would like. So when you come in there, you can walk in, pick a wine. There will be somebody to help you. They can describe the wine for you, break it down of what you like, the flavor, where it's made from, so many things of that sort. And then when you walk through the wine shop, in the back will be the event room. The event room will be for any event somebody wants to do. If they want to do maybe host a meeting with wine, or a book club, anything. It's a small area, hosts up to like about 10 to 12 people. They have a small gathering back there, and they can have that event in the back room. So that's what A Taste of Class is all about. Any questions, anybody?
Good, great presentation. I thought you were on Shark Tank for a while. You're doing so well. Well done. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve, Little?
Second, Barker.
Motion been made, second to approve. On the question. Trustee Brady.
No question.
Oh, and
Mayor?
Trustee Barker.
Yes.
Is this your first shop like this, or?
Yes, this is my first business, yes.
Yeah, I've never heard of non-alcoholic wine, so that's interesting, but I've heard of chocolates. So,
Yeah, non-alcoholic wines, yeah.
excellent, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And no other questions? I'd ask for roll call, please.
Trustee Little.
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Did Trustee Guzzo hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Barry.
Yes.
Trustee Barker.
Yes.
Motion passes. We look forward to that opening so we can have a ribbon cutting by Larry Forsberg and make sure he gets a hold of her. New business B1 permit. Rosati, Tailor Shop, 8.5 North Cass Avenue. Board to consider an ordinance approving a B1 development permit for Rosati's Tailor Shop at 8.5 North Cass Avenue in Westmont, Illinois. Community Development Director Sylvester.
So this is the second business tonight that's hoping to be approved for a B1 permit, so they can, actually, they're not moving into the community. This is an existing business that's hoping to expand into their adjacent space at 8.5 North Cass. It's Mr. Rizet and his daughter, and they're here if you have any questions about their business.
Hello.
Hi.
Good evening, everybody. This is John Rosati, my father. His English is not perfect, so I'm going to be helping him. So John Rosati, a little bit about my father. He has over 25 years of experience when it comes to tailoring and alterations. He's the head tailor at Menswear House since 2009, and before that, he's also worked ever since he was like young, like 15 years old. And he's just wanting to start his own business and, you know, expand, get some more clients in another area. The services we offer, tailoring and alterations of all sorts, are accepted, men's and women. Custom clothing, he does make custom clothing, custom fitted clothing, whatever the client needs, for men and women. And
Also, I make mask too.
yeah. And then he also does wedding gown alterations. As you can see, that's some of his work. That's like traditional clothes that he's altered on and helped with. And then my sister-in-law's wedding dress, and then employees, one of his like coworkers' wedding dress as well. Just like since we are living in a coronavirus world, we wanted to, you know, kind of show you guys what precautions we'll be taking at the shop when it comes to COVID-19. We'll require every guest to use a face covering. Employees will be washing hands frequently throughout the day, and we'll have like hand sanitizer available, of course, throughout the shop. And he also, my father also makes custom face masks that'll be out for sale if clients want to purchase them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, any questions?
I have a quick question. Do you
Yes.
know what your hours are going to be yet?
So the Tanchan negotias Tanchan? 10 to 6. 10 to 6.
And Saturday hours?
I'm sorry, what?
Will there be Saturday hours?
Shambeo call mekanine? Chan to chan shambeo. 10 to 5 on Saturdays?
Perfect.
Yes. Any other questions?
No. I'm glad that building's getting used, so, when
We're
Allison
excited.
moved out. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve, Little?
Second, trustee Brady.
I was gonna give him first.
I know, but he raised his hand, he's got a. On the question. Seeing none, I'd ask for roll call, please.
Trustee Brady,
Yes.
trustee Barker,
Yes.
trustee Little,
Yes.
trustee Barry,
Yes.
trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Motion passes. We'll look forward to maybe your ribbon cutting.
Thank you.
When you're
Thank you so
all
much.
in
You
there.
guys have a
Thank
great evening.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Your purse is over there.
Oh, okay. We're good to go? Okay.
We'll move on to new business C, another B1 permit, Moscow Cafe, 13 North Cass Avenue. Board to consider ordinance for a B1 development permit for Moscow Cafe Incorporated at 13 North Cass Avenue. Director Sylvester.
And as you just mentioned, this is our third request for a business that wants to move into our downtown B1 district. This is PJ with Moskva Cafe, and he's interested in moving into or opening a business that he'll describe at 13 North Cass, which many of us will refer to as the Amber site.
Good evening, everyone. As he mentioned, we are taking over the old restaurant Amber Cafe. The only difference that will be is the owner. Anthony, the new owner of Moscow Cafe, was a co-owner of the building with Branko. I'm not sure how many of you know him, who has been there for about 16 years. The first restaurant that I went to when I moved to the States 16 years ago was Amber Cafe. And my first speeding ticket was here in Westmont. I still remember the 25 speed limit, so I was telling my kids. We plan to just change a couple of things, and it's the food menu. We are from Serbia, from the Balkans, so we are trying to, it's a huge Serbian community in this area, so we feel that we can bring way more customers than Branko had in the past, who are from the Balkans. I have friends who live on the north side of Chicago. There are a couple of restaurants there. They all say, we wish there was something here close to Willowbrook, Burridge, Hinsdale. That's where huge Serbian community is. We plan on being open from 7 days a week from 11 a.m. until midnight. We hope to have live music every Friday from 7 p.m. until midnight. We'll be serving alcohol during the business hours, and the seating capacity is still the same at 120. Of course, with these restrictions, we will follow all the rules, whatever the local government and the state government require.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve, Little?
Second, Barker.
Motion made and second to approve. On the question.
Oh, well, are you gonna serve, breakfast or how many meals are you gonna serve a day? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner or something, or?
It will be lunch and dinner, yes. We are known to eat breakfast at 5 o'clock in the morning, and our lunch starts at 11, so it's a bit different.
Good. Well, welcome to Westmont.
Thank you. I hope to see you guys there.
Seeing no other questions, I'd ask for a roll call, please.
Trustee Little.
Yes.
Trustee Barry. Barry. Trustee Barry.
I'll come back to him.
Don't see him on anymore.
Yeah, probably lost.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Trustee Barker.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Barry is back online now, if you want to,
Trustee Barry.
maybe. Trying to get back online.
Well, the motion passes.
Yes,
So,
it does pass.
We're having a little technical difficulty, but congratulations. Look forward to your opening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
New business D, 63rd Street Water Main Extension. Board to consider ordinance authorizing an engineering services agreement with Baxter and Woodman Incorporated for engineering design Phase 1 for the 63rd Street and Richmond Avenue Water Main Extension. Director Ramsey.
Thank you, Mayor. This project includes approximately 850 linear feet of new 8-inch water main for engineering design Phase 1 for the water main on 63rd Street and Richmond Avenue. The water main will go from 63rd Street and Western, and then turning north, 6230 Western Avenue. This will eliminate a dead end and create a loop there, so we'll get better water pressure, better water flow, better water quality down there. It's very important for that part of our town to have this loop in. The scope of work for Phase 1 engineering will not exceed $24,300.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve, Little?
Second, Barker.
Motion made in second. On the question. Seeing none, I'd ask for roll call, please.
Trustee Little.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Barker.
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Trustee Barry.
Gone again.
We're having technical difficulty, but the motion passes. New business E, authorization of eminent domain. Board to consider ordinance authorizing the village use of its powers of eminent domain to acquire approximately 112.47 square feet of property located at the northeast corner of 15 South Grant Street for public alley improvements. And Manager May, or
Yes,
attorneys?
the description is there, what the purpose is. This is actually something that you've already authorized. It is to describe the project, it is a T alley, and this is a 15 by 15 triangle to improve the radius around the corner. Like I said, you already authorized the suit or exercising the eminent domain to finish acquiring it. We were not successful in negotiating with the property owner. And the ordinance, John, I think is I don't want to call it a formality, but it's just necessary for just to recap and summarize our intention to proceed.
Correct.
Yes. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Trustee Brady.
Second, Little?
Motion been made in second. On the question. Seeing none, I'd ask for roll call, please.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Little.
Yes.
Trustee Barker.
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Trustee Barry.
So
Still not
I'd like
there.
the mayor to vote on this item because it is a vote of the corporate authorities, so I want to make sure we get the majority of the 7 votes we need if you want this to pass. So can you take?
We need, 4 won't do it?
No, it's a vote of the corporate authorities, which includes the mayor.
Okay,
So I just want to be safe.
Okay.
that's right. Mayor Gunther.
Yes. Motion passes. New business F, dissolution of the West Suburban Mass Transit District. That's something we hear a lot about, but board to approve a resolution to authorize the discontinuance of services by the West Suburban Mass Transit District. I'm going to ask Manager May to explain this a little bit before we dissolve it.
All right, but I hope I can. The action is support to dissolve a district. The district is a one that has 10 representatives on it that are from the communities along the Burlington, Northern Santa Fe. I do have some notes here, about the history, and it says prior to the RTA's creation in 1974, the communities along the 4 Chicago area commuter lines formed the suburban mass transit districts, and there's 4 of them, as a means of obtaining federal and state funding for new equipment and other improvements. Of the 4 districts, there was the Chicago South Suburban Mass Transit District, the Northwest Suburban Mass Transit District, North Suburban Mass Transit District, and then ours is the West Suburban Mass Transit District as well. 2 of these have already been dissolved prior to even this going on. In our case, like I said, this is pre-RTA and pre-Metro of where that business is done. My understanding, I don't know it completely well, but when the RTA and Metro were formed, the districts actually owned the rail car equipment, the commuter car equipment that was. So when those were sold, being owned by the district, those proceeds went to the district, and then they had a fund balance that they used and they invested, and then they would award in grant monies to different communities to do improvements along the rail line, of which our last, our biggest access to that district funding was the commuter station that we have here now. This was partly funded by that district, and then if you remember, it was that plastic tube bubble before that. So what we have out there now is one of the benefits we've received from this district. We have each municipality is a member of the district, so we have an appointed trustee. Jack Cannon has been on serving as our trustee. I don't know how many years. Many. I've got a little acknowledgement here for his participation in that as well from 2007 through 2020. Prior to that was, if you knew, Jack Radel, and Joe Hernserick was a trustee back in, I believe, the early 80s. And Joe Hernserick, wrote a nice summary of his experience with the district in an email to you previously too. But they've all, served well, looking out for our interests and for the village of Westmont. And as backing up, they used to have, those funds in balance, and then the grant that they would award would only be from, earnings from that. So they always had a healthy balance for a long time. And in the past several years, they've been drawing that down, and they're down to near zero. The last of the projects that they've awarded, have been obligated. Closest one to us is our neighbors in Clarendon Hills. If you've seen all the work going on there, that's a large funding component from this district as well. So when all these projects are complete, they will be exhausted of funds, and in an effort to, reduce paper districts throughout the county and state, this is that activity. Your approval tonight is just authorizing your concurrence with the dissolution of the district.
And the responsibility to go to the RTA to fund, or?
Well, Metro and RTA, it is now. So the district has existed, but they don't have the same role since, the 80s that they do now. They were just handing out grants.
And no new money was coming in, so
Right.
they spent down, now they're, okay. I understand. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve, Little?
Second, Barker.
Motion made second to approve the dissolution. And John Jack Cannon was our representative the last 13 years. I'd like to thank him for his service.
Yeah.
It's one
Just
of
looking
those
out, they met-
districts you don't hear a lot about.
Yeah, they didn't meet often quarterly, and they met in Riverside, so there was a, you know, it was
Westmont
a lot to pay attention to, and we appreciate him and Joe's, you know, work looking out for our interests.
Any other comment? I'd ask for a roll call, please.
Trustee Little,
Yes.
trustee Brady,
Yes.
trustee Barker,
Yes.
trustee Guzzo,
Yes.
trustee Barry.
Yeah.
All right.
And Mayor, and at a time that it's more comfortable to bring more people in, we'll certainly acknowledge Mr. Cannon's service
Yes.
more formally.
Yes. And the motion passes. Miscellaneous. Does anybody have anything? I know that Veterans Day is a week from today, I believe, and there's been some talk about, I think the American Legion is still going to hold some ceremony up at Ty Warner Park. And again, it's 11/11 on the 11th. So I haven't seen any, unless Trustee Brady knows more about that ceremony. I haven't seen anything, but I heard that it's going to be on.
I have a question. In the past, I've had the ceremony at the monument at Ty Warner Park. Are you gonna continue doing this inside? Because there's a monument there that's, not too many people know, but it'd be nice if we had a wreath laying or something, you know, remember all those soldiers and them that passed away for our country.
Yep. I think that the American Legion, Frank Trout, the commander, has been organizing that. He called me and asked me if I could attend. I don't know if the chief knows. It will be at Ty Warner at the memorial. Veterans Day is there. Memorial Day is at Veterans Memorial Park. So, yeah, this will be probably a short ceremony, but it will be honoring those who, the veterans, yeah.
Mayor, would like to say, Frank, thank you for your service.
Yes, Frank, thank you. Any other miscellaneous? Seeing none, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Second, Little?
Motion made, second.
You know, if you sit in that station, you have to bark out your motions as
Roll
loud
call,
as you
please.
It's an obligation.
Trustee Brady,
Yes.
trustee Little,
Yes.
trustee Barry. I'm kidding. Trustee Barker,
Yes.
He said yes.
trustee Guzzo,
Yes.
And again, I'd like to thank everyone for attending, and this meeting is adjourned.